Hello everyone, Anthony Austin here. Back to do another video on another Ruger. I got the Ruger American Predator in 6.5 Creedmoor with the AI style magazine instead of the rotary. Pretty nifty. And if you probably watch the other video, like, why are you doing another? Well, we're here to show you some of the upgrades I've done to make this a lot better. And this time I actually succeeded as opposed to when I did the other rifle. My goal was half MOA at 100 yards, and this gun is now more than capable of that. I started off by epoxying the front forearm, and then I went and bedded the action. Now, from here to here, I was talking about how there's nothing in between these 2 points. Well, now there is, and I'll show you how I did it here in a bit. I also clearance the barrel, made sure there was nothing touching from the chamber forward, and you'll see I also bedded the chamber up to right about here. Yep. So from the chamber to the pillar right in here, I have it all bedded in now. A couple of other things I find to get that half MOA. I set up this optic so it's a little bit it's mounted better than it was last time, and I installed a cheek piece. And finally, I dialed down the trigger about as much as I dared to. It's just probably about 3 pounds right now. It could go a little bit lighter, but not too much. And I don't know who's going to be carrying this hunting. So I just set it at 3 pounds and said that's good enough, because I said my brother or my father might be using this rifle, and I don't want them with something that light. So anyways, I'm going to show you next how I did the bedding. Alrighty, now this is the first step of our JB Weld bedding job. As you can see, I marked off the areas I was going to trim: the sides, behind the front pillar bedding there, and all the way back to the front of the back pillar and the back of the front pillar. So here you can see where I marked off behind the front pillar, and this is what it actually looked like. The front is now on the right hand side, and you can see that's the back of the front pillar. So, and the sides are also trimmed up. I didn't trim any from the actual length of it though. And that's what it looks like with the magazine well inserted, and that's what I actually used to keep the compound where I wanted. I taped that up, and it turned out really well. So here's the before of the sides, where there was no anything to hold it besides plastic. And this is the during picture. You see I chopped it all up, smoothed it out, and got it ready for the actual fill. And here is with the JB well filled in, and I cleaned it up a little bit more than this, and I filled in those voids, but you can see the whole chamber is supported, and behind the front pillar is a lot thicker. The sides are a lot thicker, and the back actually is filled in really well. And here you can see how actual thick it is, and that's really solid, so it's a lot stiffer than it was before. Alright, did it work? Well, you be the judge. The right hand side of the target, well, the center one is where I sighted in at 100 yards. The right hand side is where I was messing with turrets, and that is my first 3-round group with this rifle, with this new setup. And it's right, probably just a little either under or over 1 MOA. I'm gonna go check it out later, but half MOA. It's really makes me happy with that spread there. And this was with the Ruger black ammo. So yeah, the Ruger black is actually meant for magazine fed weapons that fire, semi-auto, to make sure it functions every time. And I just used it for this test because it was $20 a box or less. It was like $19 a box, so I picked up 2 boxes and shot them along. Next, you can see the paper target I shot, that's a 6 round group, and that was the last 6 rounds I fired for today. And I just couldn't be happier. That first one off on the far left is where that was my first shot of that group, and I pulled it pretty good. And I shake my head in the video when I did it, but I knew I pulled it, and the rest were good shots where I utilized better fundamentals. Anyways, it turned out great, and I'm super happy with the results. And I think I'm going to do a group at 300 for my next video. Now, all these are fired off a cheap tripod with just me making a fist behind the gun. If I need a better heel rest for the rifle, and I think I'll get even better groups than what I have now. So yeah, this isn't off an actual bench. These are all from shooting off a bipod with no real rear support. And I said I couldn't be happier. So tell me what you think, and hope everybody enjoyed. Stay safe. Any questions, you know how to ask, and take it easy.